The thing about this thing we call life is it's difficult. Particularly when we talk about milestones and moving forward, and I've spoken about male milestones. But it is difficult when the parent, because of how a doctor positions a disability, um, cannot allow the mental picture of the child to grow up alongside the actual physical chronological body growing. There's hair, there's shaving, there's aftershave for him too. And so this past weekend we were talking about kids moving out of the home and so on and so on, and it got me thinking, would it be so difficult, even in a South African context, if we were to approach the universities and say, for every 10 digs mates apartment users, apartment dwellers, there can be, no, let's make it for every 20 digs mates in an apartment complex or house, there should be at least one or two physically disabled students living in the digs, and then the students can be conscientized as to how to offer light assistance, whether it be buttering toast, that first cup of coffee in the morning, carrying the coffee to the bedroom in the evening. There has to be nothing sexual about it. But it will also set up for a glimpse into what the life would be after university, after you move out the parents' home. You can hire your attendant, you can hire your driver, because I speak about a lot of solo touch experience, the positives of solo touch, and I'm not reneging on what I've said so far. I'm simply saying that if you, in your constant surroundings of your peers of your own chronological age, okay, maybe you're slightly older because your disability held you back in school, and there's nothing wrong with that, then your mental sexual urges would not be so terrible. You'd feel stronger, so that when you come home for Sunday lunch, or you're dropping your laundry off or whatever, and you're bringing so and so home, you're not a child coming back home. You're the adult child bringing, you're the adult child bringing Ellen home. You're the adult child bringing Galen home. And also, you get to mimic some of the qualities of the successful students, so that even if you come from a lower LSM background, you have the mental hardwiring to just make with a pen and paper, and you can become that successful student. I knew a guy who couldn't afford internet bytes and photocopy. So what he did was he went to the reference section of the library, and he sat with an exam pad, and he wrote chapters and chapters from the economic book, chapters and chapters from the marketing book. I swear to God, that boy scored 90 for every single exam he did. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. This is just some practical assistance, but also some life orientation advice. The thing about it is, for us, occupational and life orientation class never really ends. Bye, guys.